We are still playing a lot of Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh yeah, every day.
But
Finding our feet.
Yeah. I feel like...
Still.
I don't know. I feel like there was maybe not Friday's one, but the Friday before when we sat down and played. I was in my house, and I've said this.
Yeah.
But I was in my house in my pants, literally just wearing my pants, and that is the best I've ever played that game, I think.
I didn't need to. We'll do it in the
image.
office then.
Well, no, because I can't.
We're in a corner.
It's
just...
I like
Tuck down,
Be
strip
right
off.
next to you.
I really, really like the game. I think it's awesome. But
Yeah.
I think it's so restricting in really annoying ways that I cannot fathom why it is it's restricting in those ways.
Yeah, because I've thought about this, and I wondered if it's because, I don't know, they're trying to make it more of a level playing field for esports or whatever it might be. But I completely agree. There are some like basic design decisions that I think could fundamentally change how you play the game.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is just not really kind of changing the game at all.
No.
But unlocking more stuff. Like some of the stuff we always talk about is why can't you take defenders on attacking missions and vice versa? Especially when you're playing terrorist hunt.
Yeah.
Because when you've disarming the bombs or you've got the hostage. No, hostage is a defense game, sorry.
Yeah.
But the bombs, as soon as you kind of start disarming one of those, you just get absolutely swamped.
Yeah.
So you'd want like Capcan with his kind of booby traps.
Booby traps, yeah. That's my favourite guy.
Yeah. And the fact you can't do that is just like incenses
bonkers.
me.
It's really strange. Like a lot of the restrictions, you can see why they would make sense. They're obviously done to put more emphasis on the choice that every class is different.
Yeah.
You know, you can learn to be a specialist in that class and make more of an emphasis of why teams need to work together because everyone has their own specific job.
Sure.
But there's just limitations that don't really make a lot of sense where it's, so maybe one operator can use one machine gun and one shotgun. Now there must be, upwards of 10 different automatic rifles that you can use with just, point degrees varying, like ever so slightly, but you can't customize weapon. They're all locked into two guns essentially.
Yeah, that's weird.
And then, so you want to try that gun, you have to unlock that operator, you lose out on this. The actual shaping of the game, it seems like it was kind of intended with focus on esports, kind of like a first FPS MOBA title where, everyone has their own characters and class, like heroes that you would pick and then go through forward into the mission. But then there's also aspects of it where it kind of clashes with being an FPS where that doesn't really work.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just get frustrated. It's when you play all these other games like Call of Duty and Battlefront where all these customizable options are available, and then you enter this game where it's just not an option.
Yeah.
It's so strange. I mean, even like people dying and you can't pick up any of their weapons.
Because I
don't mind that so much. But I just feel like even with the classes, you're not actually playing as a class. You're just playing as everyone is playing as a soldier, but you will have a cool item.
Yeah.
And it's just like Krupa goes the medic guy who can shoot you with a dart, which is really cool. But he's only doing that for 20% of the time. He's not playing as a medic. He's not going around going, "Hey guys, don't worry, I've got your backs." For this. He's basically shooting, and then when we shout at him, he shoots us with a dart. That's not being a medic. That's just having a cool little thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I don't know if that's partly the way that we play.
Yeah,
because having played a few games online, I tend to play as an attacker, and some missions play as Fuse, who's the guy with the thing that sticks on the wall and it pumps grenades in.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
But when we were playing at multiplayer, some guy did it on the floor and pumped him down, which was brilliant. It took me out, which was very smart. And so I think we still play in quite a two-dimensional way.
Actually, I kind of see what you mean, because if you're doing that in the sense of, okay, if when you're against other people, you probably would, because all there is 5.
Yeah.
So if they're like, right, Al, your job as that grenade dude is to take out one person. Yeah. Everyone's marking people almost 5 aside. Yeah. So you're almost just you probably would play a little bit more
the other thing that I noticed playing against people who had obviously spent much more time in the multiplayer arena than us was the way they use drones. That it's not just the initial scoping out. They get their drones into weird places in the room that you are defending.
Right.
So they can constantly switch back and say, right, you got a guy standing there, take him out. Because there was a bit where I could hear a drone, but I couldn't see it. And they basically jumped it up on top of this glass cabinet, and it was like it was an ornament, but it was just sat there. And then I saw its little red light, and I was like, oh my God, you literally can see everything that we're doing, and we're all facing the other way.
That's so smart.
And then they kept on doing it. I was like, I've got your number.
I feel like such an asshole when we were playing today at lunch, and everyone's like setting up and reinforcing the walls, and there's one little droid or drone that like comes in, and he's just looping around the floor, and I had my flash shield, so all I had was my handgun, and while everyone was setting up for the whole like 30 seconds, I was trying to kill this one little race car, just run around like in circles, and he was just like going under tables. He was making me look like an absolute idiot.
We were like, what the hell is going on? And it's him just
just firing like everywhere. It's insane. Oh,
but like,
God.
so some of the changes I would want to make to this game is, I don't understand. So I understand why certain weapons are locked in. Like if you've got a shield, you can't carry an assault rifle.
Of course,
it makes sense to carry a pistol.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why, as you say, I can have a choice of different assault rifles. Rather than the two that you've predetermined for me or whatever. I also want more customization options because I've got a shitload of renown that I've worked up. I've bought all the operators that I need. And apart from some basic stuff, so you can like different sights, grips, muzzle suppressors or whatever, that's it. And they only have a minimal impact on the gun. I just want something a bit more, and you know, like a lot of it is skins, and you can spend like 10,000 renown on like a hideous, I don't know, techno skin for your MP5, but I'm not into that shit.
Such a waste,
But like, you know,
It does seem like a waste for 10,000.
But like, but
Well, when you get to
nothing
the
else
point
spend
where
it on.
you've got nothing else to spend it on, you've literally unlocked everyone.
And like, why can't I have more armor at the sacrifice of speed? I know that you get people who are nimble on their feet and don't have a lot of armor, but maybe I do want to pick Ash and have the kind of breaching round. But you know what? I want more armor on her. And I'll sacrifice speed as a result of that. Just more control over what I want to do. And maybe there's a reason for it. And you know, if you're a game developer, then tell me why.
If you can make Rainbow Six Siege, let us know.
But I am excited because there's a new the new stuff that's coming out. It was coming out in January. It's now coming out in Feb. It's called Operation Black Ice, and it's a luxury yacht that's got stranded in a glacier.
What?
So it looks like
that'd be cool.
You kind of go in on the yacht with ice and stuff. And then 4 new operators, 2 American, 2 Canadian. But we don't really know much else about that. No. Have they got a big kind of like Spec Ops army side? Really? What are they called? The Welsh Spec Ops?
The Dragons?
Are they really?
But like, no, a map in Wales. Like, imagine in like Cardiff Castle or Caerphilly Castle. That'd be amazing.
What would they be doing in a castle?
Like a base of operations. I don't know. Maybe terrorists.
Doesn't really fit with Rainbow Six, does it?
Well,
terrorists have taken over Caerphilly Castle. Really?
Like, a lot of the time they're taking over.
Let them have it.
That's a training ground.
I don't know.
Like, you know, you've got like a US embassy and places like Caerphilly Castle. It's not even like, or maybe it is a massive tourist hotspot. I don't know.
It's pretty big. In terms of Welsh tourism. It would shut us down.
Like a shopping mall. That'd be cool.
Yeah. The St. David's Centre in Cardiff.
Maybe.
That's pretty
the shopping centre I was thinking of.
That would actually be nice as well, like a little bit more variety on the maps. Because a lot of the time, I know they are different, but it's just houses and buildings. You know, imagine if it was somewhere like a shopping mall or like, you know, an old amusement park or something, you know, just unorthodox or something where, you know, the map plays
something a bit more open.
Yeah.
But then again,
I guess the airplane's pretty cool.
But it wouldn't play well to multiplayer, and let's face it, see, we're thinking very much with the terrorist hunt.
I guess, but that's another problem with the online and terrorist hunt is that they're so different that like today we were playing at lunch and Krups was loaded out with Glaz. Utterly useless. There's no sniping at all. As soon no one leaves the building. It's pretty much defenders inside, attackers come.
Well, not even nobody leaves the room for most.
Yes, it's like
defense.
Sometimes with
already
Glaz, though,
like some of these operators are redundant.
But I think with Glaz, like his good thing is like, because the other day when we were on the plane, like you wouldn't think you'd ever need Glaz for that, but where I was defusing the bomb, so it was in this tiny room. I could stand behind, but there was a shield at the back of the room. You know that one in the plane. So I was defusing the bomb there. You guys were in the corner watching for people coming in there, and I just had this tiny sliver where they could see me and I could see them. And with glass, that was awesome. Even though it was a tiny room, I killed every single person that even came around that corner, because it was just like, I had the sniper on, so it was just like every single person even moved, it was like they were dead straight away. Yeah. And like that was pretty cool. And like I think that's a good way of using him, even though it was in a small place.
I guess because I've done that with anyone with an assault rifle. Presumably the distance wasn't too...
The distance is all right, but you just wouldn't have like the aim, because it was just, I had like a tiny bit where I could actually see. And because I think with Glass's gun as well, it does like steady it a lot.
Yeah.
I felt
the sniper.
like, I don't know. I thought that was a really good way of using it.
Although, like, because you can customize your guns to have magnified scopes.
Oh, really?
And obviously you can switch to single shot, because that's the big thing. If you look at assault rifles, they've all got different recoil patterns.
Yeah.
And like the ones that go off to the side are really hard to keep on target. The ones that kind of go straight up are all right, because you aim for the stomach and then you end up hitting them in the head, which is all right. But,
like my Gatling gun, that thing is crazy. It's basically just if I see someone pop around the corner, it's like just like punching holes everywhere. It's insane.
Classic powers there.
It's the operator for me.
Have you ever been like underneath, like lying on the floor when his Gatling gun would go off? Because it's really terrifying. Like I got like proper like post-traumatic stress. just lying on the floor and just over my head. Just like, I'm just gonna trust that you're hitting them, because I'm not even going anywhere near. It's like, can I come up yet?
I had a great time. I think it was like 2 days ago. We were doing terrorist hunt on the airplane, and managed to do it. Like I died, but Krups healed me with his little medical shot. So then we killed all the terrorists, and I was like celebrating, like blasting my shotgun in the air, and I spun around, and my barrel just lined up with Dan's head, and just went and killed him, and he died for like the last second of the mission. So I felt quite bad about that.
But it was just ridiculous, just running around.
I was celebrating. We beat the bad guys.
Yeah, that's how you celebrate.
Fire some off.
Blowing your teammate's face off.